What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy LB Dino back with another vid. Hope you enjoy. The state of the country. What is the state of the country? This country right now is in a bad place. And in my opinion, I can really only see things getting worse over time. There's a pandemic raging that we can't get control of. And there's political divide like no other country has in the world. For the past 4 years, people have been saying that the leader of our country is illegitimate. And now for the next 4 years, a section of our country will be saying the same thing. It's really crazy out here, bro. I don't really think people realize how bad this is. The racial divide is getting worse and will continue to get worse. And I just think the future, if we don't get ourselves in a better mind state and on a better track, the future doesn't look good for the United States. Think why do I think things are like this? I think there's many different reasons. One of the big reasons is education. People are dumb as shit, to be frank. People are not well educated and not that bright. The way people think or don't think about what they do or what they say or just things in general is sad. You have bad schools that either don't teach the things you need to be successful in life or they don't have the resources to teach properly. You have teachers who don't really care and are just there for a check, or if even if they did care at once or did get into teaching for the right reasons, over time, with the obstacles that come with being a teacher, their light is dimmed and they don't have the same fire in them anymore. Another reason I think that things are so bad in our country is the government and the influence that they have on our society. What is the purpose of our government? The government is supposed to look after the well-being of society. They are supposed to better society, help society be better. Instead, what our government does is look out for corporations and their interests. It's really crazy that our government is just puppets for big business. The things that they do behind closed doors and sometimes right even in our faces, it's really it's really madness, to be honest. And I don't think in any other country it goes down like that without a fight or without major backlash that happens. But because we as people we're not educated properly and we're easily fooled with stuff like catchphrases and nice smiles and common words from like politicians or professional liars, like how I say they are, because we are uneducated and too fooled, too easily fooled. Things like those professional liars will throw us off and have us led astray. Another thing I think that's contributed to our state being in the way our country being in the state that it is TV. We are so distracted with the trash shows about nothing and by news outlets with hidden agendas that the government continues to make a fool out of us as a country. We can be fooled into wars and fooled into thinking things like our health should be profited off of. When in any other country, those are not, those things are off the table. Things like our health, people take those off the table by having free Medicare, free healthcare, and free education. Things like that are taken off the table. How do they do that? Through taxes. But instead, our taxes go to wars and to bail out companies, bail out corporations when they go bankrupt or they're in trouble, like what has just recently happened. That's what our taxes go to, instead of things that we should be going, what it should be going to, like our health, our infrastructure, our streets, our roads, things that really matter to the people. TV molds your mind to either not care about these things or to think it's a radical view to disagree with all that BS being fed. People from other countries, they be shocked at the nonsense that goes on in our country that we like just happen. Because in their country, they wouldn't stand for that. There'd be people in the streets protesting and rioting. And it wouldn't just stop, just go away after a while, like how it goes in our country. In like this pandemic, in other countries, their deaths and cases are way less worse than ours. Ours continues to get worse because our government does not care. In other countries, their government has to care because their people will not let them not care. If they do a bad job, then there's consequences for that. People vote them out. In our country, you get to fail, do bad, and continue to get voted in. We breaking records every day over here, because people are just dumb as hell and can't stay their stupid asses in the house. If we were just to listen to medical experts that actually know what they are talking about, we'll be in a better place. But instead, we listen to politicians and YouTube personalities who all have an agenda to get as many people on their side or on their team, even if they spewing pure nonsense. Politicians, YouTube personalities, all they're in a race to is to get your attention and to get their hooks into you so they control your pockets. That's it. So they can keep you watching. Oh yeah, Trump was robbed. Oh, so if you feel that same way, they got you. They got you now. So now you're gonna keep watching them. In the end, money is king, and greed is the driving force behind it all. We want more money, we want more likes, we want more followers, we want more power. All of that for what? To brag? To feel good about yourself? To waste on nonsense? This country is literally in a race to nothingness. And I just sit back and I watch it unfold. And it's really upsetting to me. I truly hope things can get better. But I have a feeling things will definitely get much worse before it can get better. We have so much information available to us that we just don't seek out. The internet is readily available. YouTube is readily available for any type of research we need to do on any subjects. But it's like we enjoy being dumb and we enjoy being senseless, or we're just lazy. I'm lazy too. I'm not even gonna sit here in front like I'm not lazy. But I can decipher truth from lies. Simple with a simple search. This country right now is in a deep depression, and I think people are gonna become aware, more aware in the coming years, because the pain will be so widespread that people will have to see, yo, what's going on out here, man? Why is this really happening to us? They're gonna have to research it. And let's be clear, rich folks, them the people who control this country, they think they're not gonna feel these problems that is gonna come, but they will. And they choose not to address these things because they don't really feel it under this stuff. But they will. Trust me. When it's these crazy food lines and these crazy evictions that's coming and people is homeless in the streets, what are they gonna do? They're gonna march on these politicians' homes and get them to do what they should be doing. That's what's gonna happen. But it shouldn't take all that for people to act. What I see and the way things are going right now, the only way things could turn around and we make this country better is just having an ideology switch. Basically, we need a different direction. That has to start with the people and with the government. We have to vote these old, obsolete ways out of government. We have to become more aware of the things going on around us and the causes of them. We have to hold our elected government officials accountable for the state we're in. We have to force them to submit to our will instead of the corporation's will. We need emphasis in the government. We need emphasis on education, on healthcare, and our infrastructure. That's the things that we need to focus on instead of war and tax cuts for rich and stupidness like that. We need emphasis on poverty and job growth. Things that are important to the people, to the development of the people, instead of things that contribute to destruction and the demolition of our people. Like war and all of these oh god, it's real upsetting, man. It's like the only thing that gets any attention is more missiles, more tanks, more technology to kill people instead of things that could actually help our country. Only we can do this, and only we can change the direction of our country. So we all have to wake up and do our part. That's just how I feel about it. What's good, YouTube? You have now come to the end of my ramble. Stream of thought. Yeah, I like that one. Hope you liked it. Church.